Hello. This is going to be a video today that's not an actual debunking video, but it's about why I do the debunking videos. I think that when people speculate on a case, they should do it from a foundation of facts. Okay? When you speculate on speculation, you get into la la land. I mean, for example, somebody the other day said, well, that person has blue eyes, so it can't be the suspect. And this other person followed up with, well, maybe they had colored contacts on to make their eyes brown when they're really blue underneath. So let's keep looking at this person. Hey, listen, moron. You're wrong, okay? Just quit the wild speculation. It's insanity. All right? And if you guys could see some of the actual hateful stuff that are in these groups written about me just for doing these videos that debunk absolute garbage, you'd be ashamed of society, okay? Yeah, you might not like the way I talk or the way I joke around or I'm sarcastic or whatever, but it's an absolute embarrassment what you guys are doing, all right? So let's listen to this first clip. This is actually a interview by Alexis McAdams. It's an awesome interview, okay, for Fox 59, all right? And she's interviewing Sergeant Jerry Holman. Now listen to this. It's unbelievable.
We keep working, but and I think a lot of people are misled by some of the Facebook postings and social media is not as helpful as some people might think. So,
boy, you got that right. Not as helpful as you might think. The Facebook presence in this case, for the most part, has been absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you've got these groups that are all they talk about is rumors, and they're so proud of themselves. You know, it's they even follow up what they say with, "We got this." Yeah, right, because you see 16 faces under the bridge. You know, like an army clinging from the bottom of the bridge, and they're all going to flip up onto the top. It's insane. You know, and I'm just winging this one because I'm so disappointed with these people. It's a joke. All right, now let's listen to what Jerry Holman said a few minutes later.
So that one person knows the details of the crime. That's why we don't like to talk about the details and what we found, what we didn't find, because when we do get that person, we do talk to them. They're the only ones that are going to know the details of this. And that's another reason why we don't like Facebook putting false information out, because then people believe that, and then they tip off of those details that are false, and it just kind of impedes our investigation a little bit.
Exactly. So you see all those people that you post, and you say, "Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy." I mean, you wouldn't believe. I get messages sent to me by absolute. I don't even know what you call these people, but they send me these pictures of different people, and they want me to say, "Oh my God, wow, that's so incredible." But I just go, "How did you find this person?" "Well, I was just surfing on Facebook." And then I tell them, "Well, what do you think the odds are that you were just surfing on Facebook and you saw a guy with a goatee, maybe he had some reddish hair, and by God, you're going to turn him into the tip line?" You people are nuts. Okay, now let's move on to the next one.
Here, so we can't release everything we have because there's only certain people that know the details. And if we release everything, then we get into possible false confessions and people over exaggerating, embellishing embellishing information put on Facebook like we already battle with. So we can only give so much.
Facebook thing, I know that's been that's had a huge effect too on the family. I mean, and that's like, probably a few years ago, if this case would have happened, or like a decade ago, that wouldn't even have been a thing. Has that interfered with the case?
Absolutely. I talked to some of the older.
Did you hear that? You people have absolutely interfered with the case. That's why I'm doing these videos.
Investigators, they didn't have to deal with that. When I talk about some of the stresses of social media, I mean, I've had tip on me from interviewing with other stations, absolutely. We've had tips on other police.
Isn't that disgusting? That some moron was watching this guy give an interview, trying to get the information out, and somebody turned him in. Okay, and what's kind of funny about this is early on in this case, on the 23rd of February, which is only 9 days after they were found, I came up with my Flow 3 theory, and I knew it was right. Okay, I felt like it was right at the time. Okay, but people said, "Whoa, this guy knows too much. Oh my God." So they actually turned me into the Indiana State Police website, but instead of crying about it, I uploaded my Flow 3 video. And guess what? It was so accurate that one of them somebody in law enforcement actually contacted me. Okay, and I'm not going to tell you who it was, but they were just impressed with how I was able to come up with the flow of the crime with publicly available information. All right? And that's just the truth. All right? And the reason I'm telling you this now is because in this 27-minute video here, Jerry Holman actually confirms my theory. Okay? And here it is.
We don't know.
When you walked down and I walked through, that was private property, right, where the bodies were found, looking at logistically from, where they were on the bridge and then to where their bodies were found. I know we talked about the terrain in the past. I mean, it's not an easy thing to navigate. Usually you might have to be familiar with the area. I mean, would it have been difficult for the girls to travel from where they were on the bridge to where they were found?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it would be difficult. Obviously, they had to go through some pretty steep terrain and wooded area, sticker bushes and things like that. So it's and then to cross the creek, I mean, obviously is.
Did you hear that, rodeo clowns? They were on the other side of the bridge, then they had to cross the creek. So down the hill is right on the other side of the bridge. Okay, there's no other option now. They had to cross the creek. Did you hear that? Okay, good.
February is probably not the warmest. It was a warm day that day, but still the water temperature is probably cooler than the air temperature. So yeah, it would have been difficult for. I mean, I don't think anybody would say, "Hey, let's on a walk would walk that way." So.
Walking back.
All right, now let's get back to the actual other part of the interview. I just wanted to put that in there because that was really interesting, and I've gone through this similar things. I still have people saying, "Oh, wow, so where does this gray guy live anyways? What is he?" They're looking into me. Isn't that a joke? I mean, you know what? Hey, guess what, everybody? I have a goatee, too. It's got a little gray in it, and I'm actually 51 years old. Oh, my God! Because there aren't 20 million of us in the United States. All right, so let's get back to this.
Officers, for whatever reason, we've had people that do their blogs that put out false information, and if I tell them that's false, and then they embellish and tell people that I'm giving out details of the case, which we're not. I will try to squash any rumors that people call and ask about without jeopardizing the integrity of the investigation. But yeah, then I can't imagine what the family's going through just because of the incident. But now you have social media with all these rumors and false implications that it just got to be driving them crazy. And
I can tell you for sure it does drive the family crazy. I've actually asked, and it drives them nuts. Okay? All they want is answers, but let's all start getting answers from a foundation of facts. Okay? So once all the facts are known, and there's a lot of facts that are known surrounding the actual murder, okay, once they're known, then you can speculate on that. But when you start with a speculation, you should just start watching the show Ancient Aliens, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's ludicrous. All right.
Talk to the family quite a bit and try to tell them, don't believe everything you hear on social media. I think it could be positive, but what I would say is instead of posting on Facebook, call us before and let us.
Did you hear that? Instead of posting it on social media, call us. You know how many times people post a big drama post? Oh, I saw this guy. Oh my God. But they don't even, then they say, should I call law enforcement? Well, maybe that's what he's talking about right here. Call them first instead of this huge drama post on Facebook. It's embarrassing. This isn't some game where it's like a, soap opera. It's not a soap opera. Everyone just sit around and make up stuff and, oh, hell, this is so cute and funny. No. Let's just get all the facts that we can, and then speculate on that reasonably. Okay? And I hope that you know what that means.
Investigate it, because once you put it out there and it is false, then it interferes with our investigation and it bogs us down, because then people start tipping off of false information and we follow up on every tip. So I think social media is a challenge for us, and we're trying to utilize it to the best of our abilities, but it is definitely something that interferes with our investigations at time.
Man, I actually feel sorry for law enforcement in this one. Can you imagine? I mean, all the officers that morons on Facebook have reported. It's just an absolute joke. Anyways, I had to put this video out. This is why I make them. I'm going to keep making them. I'm going to keep debunking the garbage. And when I make factual videos, it will be facts. And if there's speculation in there, it will be based on those facts. Okay? So for you rodeo clowns, quit doing what you're doing. And for the rest of you, keep up the good work.